Good afternoon, Mr. Barman. Do I still need to wear this mask whilst I'm stood up? It's getting ridiculous, this. I will have 2 pints of Coke and a pint of lager, please. Thank you very much. They went on a bit long, that.
It's ridiculous, that
Can we
one.
do something a bit shorter next time, please?
A bit like the NFL, really, isn't it?
Yeah, we asked for a football in the theme of Euros, a football-themed one, not American football. We should have specified.
I don't watch football, so you've got to clarify these things to me.
Oh, yeah, because I see the confusion between the two sports.
Well, welcome back. Episode 11. Got it right that time.
Well, hey.
Very nice. My name's Tom.
My name's Dan.
I always forgot his name.
And this is Joe.
What's your name?
I want something cool to introduce myself.
You're not cool. That's Joe.
And I don't know. Skip me. Come back to me at the end.
Just introduce yourself at the end.
Come back to me at the
All
end.
right. Well, we are now on episode 11, and today I would like to tell you, although you're on the wrong beverages, it is National British Beer Day.
But I don't
So
drink
I'm
beer.
going to commemorate it. Cheers by drinking a German lager.
How's your day, Dan?
My day's all right. Tom, how's your day?
It's been all right, actually. It's been my birthday week.
It has.
Well, it was
Happy
my
birthday.
I thank you. It was my birthday the other week, and it turned into a week event just because of the antics.
So we've set up a PO box for you all to send gifts to Tom.
No, but because of that, I have just got out of hospital. Over the antics of my birthday, I actually somehow managed to swallow 6 plastic toy horses. And they let me go this morning, and the doctors described my condition as stable.
Do you know what as well?
I refuse to smile at that.
Joe just refuses to smile.
Who's
There was a part of me when you told me you just got out of the hospital. Genuine concern.
An
I was
element
like,
of why
oh yeah,
didn't I know?
it'll have been working. I'm like,
I
no,
thought-
Tom's off today.
I thought, what the hell? It wasn't that crazy on Saturday. What's he done
Yeah.
on Sunday?
Yeah, Saturday was crazy. It was pretty crazy. No, but really, no. I actually today, I thought on my day off I would embark on a running challenge, and I researched it. And the idea is that you've got to run until you've seen numbers 1 through 30. So like you're running, like I live in Manchester, so running through central Manchester, you see a number 1 on a door.
Just pick a street and look at. Keep
Well,
doing this.
well, yeah, exactly. You know, if you wanted to have a shorter one, you could be very zigzaggy, wouldn't it?
Could just go in an apartment block and go up the lift.
Well, you could do, yeah.
Stop at every floor.
Anyway, I got my shoes on, my shorts on, my headphones on. I did my stretches. I was all ready. And then as I walked out of the apartment, but behind the set, I actually walked past the calendar on the wall. So if anyone's got any other running challenges, let me know. I will be happy to do them. Hopefully they last a little bit longer this time.
Imagine if you made that joke in February. You'd still have to go out.
Yeah, I still have to go out and find one.
Try 29.
And we're in the centre of Manchester, so actually finding 29 might not be as easy as you think it's
29.
going to be.
like numbers
Well,
over
29 and
100.
30 because it's a 1 through 30.
So should we have some news? I believe we've got good and bad news. What do we want first?
Let's take the good news.
Good news first.
Yeah, good news.
And then I can set the
Good
mood
news.
for the rest of this
Oh
podcast.
dear, it's going to go rapidly downhill. Go on then, shoot.
So this week, I don't know if you're all aware, by the time you're listening to this, it was last week, but it should be relevant every week of the year. It doesn't have to just be one. But this week is Men's Mental Health Week.
Oh.
So I just thought I'd bring that up. End the stigma. Let's talk about it. There's 3 men here. It's a brilliant time.
Reach out if you're sad, talk about it.
Absolutely. The pub, the barbershop,
If
anywhere
you're
like that's
sad
great.
to talk about it,
Yeah.
it feels like it massively undercuts.
Well, it's just
No, but it's the right thing to do.
No, I mean,
Regardless
I
of
mean,
how little
I
you
mean,
think an issue
nothing
is.
wrong with-
talk
No,
about
I
it.
meant,
Nothing
I
wrong
meant
with
if
being
you're
wrong.
sad, it's what I meant. It feels like it undercuts the mental health conversation. You know, if you're a bit upset, just have a chat. Like that's
Oh
what.
yeah,
I
but
think
how
that's
it all-
exactly how it should
how
be.
it all starts.
Fair enough.
You know, it's letting it build up that then creates a problem.
It is.
So, for this piece of news, we're going to travel over to the country of Pakistan.
Oh, okay.
Lovely.
What's the weather like?
I'm giving you the news, not the weather.
I'm going to assume hot. Don't they have like one day of rain a year? Saying that today could
I
be that
don't-
one day of
I
rain.
don't.
Could be.
Anyway, so these police officers in Pakistan, they went into a fast food restaurant, and because the workers refused to give the police officers free burgers all 19 employees at said fast food restaurant were detained for 7 hours
What?
because they didn't provide the police with free
Are they entitled
food.
to free food?
Um,
Normally. I presume not.
So it says here they declined a request, from a very high profile special guest. But most of these people that were detained were young people, including numerous university students. But apparently it's not the first time something like that has happened.
Is it the law there though? That they're
don't-
entitled to it?
Yeah, is it a public service?
Yeah.
Oh, no,
Don't McDonald's do something
so it's-
similar for police over here? Like
They don't
get a
have
free
to.
meal?
They don't have to.
No,
and
okay.
it's a free hot drink generally. They don't give them a free meal. If
You don't
they're-
want a hot drink in Pakistan, do you? Like I said, it only
yeah.
rains once.
If they're
once
on-
a year.
The tea's supposed to be very good though.
If they're on shift, it says here that this is on the official Twitter account of the senior.
Did you read this before?
I just can't say this word. I can't say this word. Provincial. Have I said that right?
Would you like me to have a look at it?
Yeah,
for you?
yeah, please. Can you just read the rest of?
Senior provincial police officer. Even I can't read it. Senior provincial police official in Afghani announced the suspensions of Twitter, saying no one is allowed to take the law into his own hands. Injustice will not be tolerated. All of them will be punished. Well, that's a silver lining,
So
isn't
in
it?
response
So
to your
no one
question,
can. So it must be the law then. If he's saying no one can take the law into their own hands.
what they're saying is that the police have acted above their jurisdiction. They
Right,
shouldn't have
okay.
detained people for 7
That
hours.
was sad news. Have we got some more happy news?
I've got some happy news for you.
That would be nice.
And I feel it's happy regardless of whether you support it or not. But football's back.
Don't like
International football is back. The
Not
Euros
interested.
a year later than it was supposed to be.
How's your day
Get-
been, Tom? Though
Oh, hi, pal. How are you?
Get hyped for it, guys. Football is coming home. And
It's not the World Cup. Don't care.
it's not the World Cup. However, England won the first opening match
Do you
in
know
a
what?
European Championship ever.
Don't know. I happened. This wasn't intentional. I happened to be in the pub whilst England was playing Croatia, and it was a boring game.
It was, but it's the
Apart
first
from-
time we've won our opening
apart
match.
from about 5 seconds when they scored, and everyone went, "Yeah, get in, yeah," and then that was it.
Yeah.
So I'd rather be listening to the
Look,
jukebox.
I can't promise you we're going to have amazing games, but
Go and put
we
your
won
ear
the
up
first
next
one.
to it. Hear all them
And
cogs
another
away.
bit of Euro news, obviously, we saw the other day Christine Eriksen sadly
Oh, yes, I-
collapsed
oh,
on
I did
the
see that.
pitch
He's
and
okay,
has
right?
released a statement and a photo today, smiling with his thumbs up. They're just now trying to figure out what caused it.
Smiling with his sons up.
With his thumbs
I
up.
thought he said with his sons up. I was like,
After the cardiac arrest, they're stuck like that. You can't move them.
And that brings us nicely into our first I was today years old fact.
Okay, wow, look at this. Dan starting with the hours today as always.
I know.
That's my
this
job.
is scary. This is scary.
I hope you,
And a
I
good
hope-
segue.
I hope you give it just. It was a good
was a good
segue.
segue.
Wow, you've been practicing.
This is courtesy of Jessica from behind the camera.
so
but-
can she get up and say it then instead?
Yeah, she won't do it.
She's camera shy.
So there is, if you have a cardiac arrest, there is a 7%
Oh, yeah.
chance of survival. If there is a defibrillator on site within 4 minutes, you have a 70% chance of survival.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
We have a defib at work.
It makes you realise just how crucial it is to have.
They're
They should just be
and
everywhere.
They're very good, and they are popping up everywhere. I'm seeing them in more and more places. At my local station, there is one on the wall, and it says, emergency defib machine, but you have to ring 999 to get the code to unlock it,
Oh my God.
because it says ring 99 for
Yeah.
PIN code. There's like a PIN code and a lock on it. Like that. I've been on the phone to 999 before and been on hold for 2 minutes, 3 minutes.
Is it in a
Just
case,
while they get
or
your
is it
name,
like
they
a
can be
lock?
there for like 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Like, what's
Is
your
it in
name?
a
What's
case
your
or is
age?
it like with
It's
a
in-
padlock?
It's in
on
like
it?
No,
a
no, it's in-
key box
it's in a
case, where
big-
you put the little numbers in and then twist the handle.
Yeah, it's in like a big
Wow.
yellow box. It's got a glass front on it, so you can see what it is. You've got to ring 999 first to get the code, to open it up, to then take it out, to open the box up, follow the instructions, and take
hell.
it from there.
I mean,
That's wasting. And the issue is, I understand why they've done that. Is because someone will just nick it.
Well, there was a video on
They're very
Twitter a couple
expensive,
of
that's
days
why.
after this happened, and there's now a big calling from lower league football clubs, because football clubs have to have one by the rules of the Football Association. but they have to supply them themselves at a cost of £800 a piece, or now they call it. Anyway, so there was a football club who's released CCTV footage of a guy and a girl that have ripped it off the wall, smashed it open, and then literally just smashed it to pieces.
Oh,
for no reason.
Let's stick on the theme of sport. I was today years old when I learned, but I want to brighten it slightly. I hope we all remember 2012, the Olympics came to London.
Yes, certainly did.
Absolutely took over the UK, and celebrities and people flocked from around the world to watch the greatest sporting event this planet ever did see. And this is where it gets interesting, okay? Now, there is an iconic moment that you'll remember during the 2012 Olympics where Usain Bolt won the 100-meter sprint and smashed the world records.
Yes.
Epic moment. Everyone remembers it, okay? Now, during this race, Bruno Mars and Vance Joy were in a celebrity box, and they decided to make it interesting and make a bet. So they leaned into each other and discussed this bet, and the woman next to them tuned in and turned to them and said, I want in on this. I want to get in on this bet. So this woman said, if Bolt wins the gold medal, you have to include my name in your next songs, to Bruno Mars and Vance Joy. Fast forward to 2013 and 2014, and the absolute delight graced us of Uptown Funk and Riptide, and the woman sharing that box with them was Michelle Pfeiffer. And the lyrics of Uptown Funk, as we will all know, go, this hit the ice cold Michelle Pfeiffer, that white gold. Riptide by Vance Joy. Yeah, I swear she's destined for the screen, closest thing to Michelle Pfeiffer that you've ever seen.
No way.
That's why those lyrics came about.
Do you know what? When you read the Uptown Funk lyrics out as well, you realise Michelle Pfeiffer being in that row of words makes zero sense.
Mm-hmm. And since, she's featured in quite a few other songs as well, where people have just
do you reckon she just
jumped on the band wagon.
Do you reckon she just finds herself in celebrity boxes now, making really easy bets to win and go, put my name in a song?
That song's going to have to go
If this man breathes.
It's like, sorry, Mr. President, you're going to have to put me in your inauguration speech.
In your what, sorry?
Inauguration speech.
There we go. It's just the first time inauguration speech.
Well, that's because I'm drunk.
So I'm going to keep us on the sports theme yet again.
Thank you very much. I know this continuity is doing my OCD absolute bits. Thank you.
It seems like it was planned. I promise you this was not planned in any way, shape or form. We've all heard of ping pong, or table tennis as people call it, yeah?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Whiff waff.
Whiff waff. That's exactly what I was going to say.
Why do you think it's called ping pong?
So,
I think we're about to find out, Joe.
Oh,
Buckle in. Your knocks are about to be socked off.
I can't tell you why it's called ping pong. In fact, no. I believe ping pong was a brand. I believe very early on that ping pong was a brand.
Nice. So
however,
like Tannoy.
So it was invented by the Victorians. Mm-hmm. And called whiff waff, as you said.
I only know that because Boris Johnson decided to
whiff waff.
Whiff waff, really follow this roadmap all the way through, and we can be out in the street playing whiff waff in no time.
You won't play it in the street.
Why not? Yeah, pop-up table.
Yeah, fair enough. So it was an after-dinner parlour game. Mm-hmm. They used to put books along the centre of the dinner table as the net. They used to use 2 books as rackets and a golf ball.
No way.
That is not regulation.
Yeah. Surely, what if I was...
you hit it too hard and suddenly someone's going to the hospital.
What if I was using Collins' dictionary and Joe was using an encyclopedia that had a bit more oomph to it? That's not right.
I imagine getting the backspin on it was a lot harder
depends
as well.
Depends on the cover. Are you going
hardback? Yeah,
paperback.
I imagine with a golf.
Oh yeah.
Imagine with a golf ball, it's got to be a hardback.
That's some heft, that.
You try with a soft back and a paperback, and it's going through.
Maybe a little pamphlet.
Yeah.
A trifold. What's going on? Joe's just put in the coke that he owes me now.
Why don't you just deduct one off what Tom?
Because he did it the other day. I'm on the band. I'm on a roll here. Right, now I'm going to change the tone of I Was Today Years Old ever so slightly to something useful that I actually learnt.
Oh, okay.
Something very useful indeed.
Are you trying to say that every Today Years Old isn't something
They're
that you
all
learn?
absolute nonsense, aren't they? They're interesting to listen to.
But if it's not something that you've learned, then it's something that you already know. So you're not today.
This
years
whole
old when you're doing
show
the
is a
topic.
lie.
All of it.
This is a farce.
They're always an I was today years old. They're just not necessarily useful facts.
Not specifically today.
But this one is now. My brother, shout out Liam.
Liam.
He's in the army.
Shout out Liam.
And a lot of his military kit on his belt or his vest or bag has Velcro on it. And he was teaching me that you can hear Velcro like a mile off in a tactical situation.
I so know where this is
In
going.
a tactical situation, this is the noise that gives you away.
I know.
You know, like that you can hear that if the wind's in the right direction, or sneaking around a jungle, or wherever you are, you're going to be able to hear that. So he taught me a military technique that they use that actually removes the sound of Velcro, and it stops this situation arising. And it's really simple. All you do. And you can't hear the Velcro at all. And it just completely obliterates the noise. And in a tactical situation, that could be life saving. That really could be life saving.
It begs the question.
And I was today years old and I learned that.
It begs the question: why do we still use Velcro for military uniforms?
I was actually hoping you were going to give us a fact about Velcro so I could make that joke.
No, I already made the joke for you. Don't you worry.
Okay, so I assume everyone's heard of an NFT.
The
non-fungible
unique arts.
non-fungible token. They're one-of-a-kind assets.
You say
It's a digital. So you know how
should I have heard of this?
you know how like a Picasso painting sells for so much because it's just the
like
one he
Banksy,
painted.
all his stuff.
Yeah, they only make one of it, and then you get prints. An NFT is a digital version of that, so there's a unique identifier within it, which means it cannot be copied.
Okay.
So if you buy it, someone else can't just go and download the image online. Like it's yours.
Can't just print screen.
Bear in mind, the sort of things that are getting sold as NFTs at the moment. Have you seen the picture of the little girl smiling at a camera when a house is burning down in the background, right? She sold that as an NFT.
What, the little girl?
Yeah, she's grown up, obviously.
Oh, that's a smart move for 4-year-olds.
that image that has been saved and replicated over the internet, literally
She sold
millions
the
of
original
times.
photo.
Someone has paid a large sum of money for the original photo. Charlie Bit My Finger has been auctioned.
The YouTube video.
The YouTube video.
Ouch, Charlie, that really hurts.
So it's been on YouTube for 14 years.
Yeah, I remember that back in day. Oh my God, 11 years ago.
Now,
I'm waiting for your dial-up internet to load the video for
Yeah,
you so you can
Mom,
watch
get
it.
off the phone. I'm trying to watch Charlie Bit My Finger.
Now, this is meant to get removed off YouTube based on the fact that it's been bid for. They're waiting on the results of the auction. So the auction's finished, but they're waiting on the decision and everything. But once it goes through, the original video from 14 years ago that's been viewed 885 million times will get removed off YouTube because of it right now.
Wow.
Would anybody like to hazard a guess how much someone has paid
So
for
this is
video?
the original video on the SD card of the camera that recorded
So
it.
this, yes, pretty
Right,
much.
are they selling the
this-
SD card or the file?
I have no idea. I just know that they're bidding for the video.
It's going to be thousands, isn't it?
It's certainly thousands.
Hundreds of thousands.
Are we?
Yes.
Are we talking
Hundreds of thousands of
Yes.
pounds.
for
Do you know the
for
concern?
a video file?
Yeah,
A 30-second
that's been
video
viewed
file.
885 million times.
Can I just make it clear as well? It has to be an adult that is buying this because of the amount of cash
because of the
involved.
money.
It's a video of 2 children. Like, what? Why? Why would the parents think,
Not
yeah,
just
let's
that.
sell this
Not
video of
just
our
that.
kids?
It's a video of 2 children that has been viewed nearly 1 billion
And
times.
also, like you say, like it must be-
There's re-uploads of it on YouTube.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
What makes it unique is there a line of code that they put into the video that can't be copied.
Personally, I don't really fully understand how NFTs work. I just think they're ridiculous.
I think
and
it's
they're
just
stupid.
the fact it's the original copy. But like off the back of what you said, it's going to be an adult that's buying it.
Yeah.
That's an adult's money, you know.
But how much? How much do you think they're buying
but
it
in
for?
But in order for someone to have that much money, unless they've won the lottery out of the blue, They've worked very hard to earn that, worked their way up or been born into richness, and they're buying a YouTube video.
I was about to say, worked very hard.
They never heard of like keepvid.com or YouTube 20.
So I'm going to say
250,000.
I would have gone about that. I'm going to up it and go 400,000.
There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
660 from the back, going once,
11, 12,
going
13,
twice.
14, 15, 16. The last 17 bids on this were the same people going back and forth. Last 16 bids were the same two people going back and forth.
Just a devoted uncle and auntie.
So what did you say? 250 grand?
Yeah.
I went 400. It might be
660 from the back.
660 from the back. You're the closest. $760,999. The auction's ended. It's been.
So it's sold for $750,000.
Yeah.
Why? But it goes deeper, because ultimately, as much as we can say it's ridiculous, it's a form of art the same way as a painting. I don't understand why people pay the volumes of cash they do for paintings. So
there's a really interesting fact about the art world that I'll share next week, but essentially it boils down to the art world creates the prices and drives it up so that regular consumers can't purchase it as easily.
Speaking of art, I think we could call it a bit of an art form in what we've done to try and give it as much of a pub vibe as possible on the set of a few scoops.
I still think the fairy light spirit.
What?
Yeah, we need a
set?
neon light. Yeah, so we've got a bar.
As chief of set design, I will take that on the corner. Thank you.
Oh, I seem to believe a bit of back and forth on a conversation around the design.
All right, shut up.
But you know, we've gone out and we've tried to get as close to a pub feel as possible without being in a pub.
We've even got a sexist barman.
We have.
He's
but
a
I feel
massive
like,
misogynist.
honestly, listeners, you've never actually heard him reply to my drinks orders, and the things he calls me.
I know.
The air's blue. The air is blue in here. Honestly, you're surprised I'm still here 11 weeks in after what he said to me. I'm tired of it. And you know what?
Calm down.
Okay, I have.
We overlooked a really small detail though, and it may be because Joe, as chief sound person, would absolutely kill us.
Are we going to do something that's going to annoy Joe?
We are.
Let's do it.
Joe's going to hate it. What are we missing from a pub?
I feel like we need. I'm quite often
games machines.
Quite often on my orders, I do order packets of Quavers, peanuts. I think we need some snacks, don't we? We do need snacks. Pub snacks. What have you got for us?
I would like to introduce our newest of sections.
We don't know about this. This is exciting.
Bad bar snacks.
Oh yes. Love bag. An orange Sainsbury's bag. That is bad.
So
that is a bad bar snack.
I'll try not rustle the bag while
Did
I
we need a
this
bag?
segment.
Did we need a bowl this big?
We did.
Okay.
Well, but maybe not this big, but we will work with what we have been given.
Is there anybody out there?
It was either this size bowl or a small bowl, and there was nothing in between. That's what I have my cornflakes out of.
Just a whole box.
It's no wonder you're running out of fucking milk all the time.
Yeah.
So
inside joke.
We all know what bar snacks taste like. We've all had
tasty,
salted peanuts and crisps and stuff.
Yes.
So we're doing something a bit different, and I'd like to see us contribute to this each week, and we can take turns to bring something in.
But I don't make that much money, mate. I
have brought us 2 snacks, both from the world food section of the supermarket.
Which Sainsbury's?
Sainsbury's, yeah.
If you're about to put a ready meal in here,
this
is a bad bar snack because you can't access the microwave.
You know it's going to be different.
Okay, so
when it's got an English label stuck over foreign writing.
So rules wise, are we sticking with crisps, nuts, picky things that you can have as a
anything at all?
I've got Italian.
I was very close to getting
us... about a snack. I'm going to bring
what type of snacks are we eating?
Hey.
I was very close to bringing us some sort of Japanese cabbagey thing, and I thought I won't take it that far on the first week.
No, we'll slowly work up to that. I like this.
But I have spoilt yours, and I've brought 2.
Oh, well, it's the debut. So, look at this.
So the first is Polish.
Show the camera.
It's called Przinki.
Something I'd like to say to the Polish viewers that we don't have, but if that camera somehow magically ends up on my face. Dzień dobry. There we go. That's Polish.
Wonderful. Look how in touch we are with foreign cultures.
No, I don't want to hear that again.
I say look how in touch I am with foreign cultures as I'm about to read the translated label, not the Polish
label.
No,
don't tell him that. Pretend you speak Polish.
I have a feeling these are going to taste a little bit like...
Can you just read the Polish on the back for us there, Dan?
Yeah, I feel like they're going to taste a little bit like Polish bacon rashers because they're bacon-flavoured wheat snacks. But I got them anyway.
I didn't know you could read Polish.
Oh, wow, we did need a big bowl. I have just received a message from behind the camera from Casey saying, save one for me.
I think there will definitely be
there'll
one to
There'll be
save.
plenty left.
So,
Oh, look at these.
I will introduce the next snack as well, and then I can get rid of the bag and there'll be no noise.
Okay.
The second one is called Pocky.
Oh, they look like
is-
Mikado.
Yeah.
They call Mikado.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they are Oriental versions.
Yeah, they're like-
matcha green tea
Oh,
flavoured.
wow, they're like a dame bean
I think these are going to
flavoured.
be dire. So, that'll be
Well,
fun.
let's save that for dessert. That can be dessert. Joe, please.
Why have I got to be the first one?
All right, I will.
Is it just
I
'cause
will.
is it just because I can
Or
speak
let's
Polish?
have one all at the same time. Let's go off look first.
Bloody hell! It's
It looks like a giant bacon rasher,
Yeah, but really thick.
but thick, dense, like a poppadom kind of density. It
Smell
smells.
nice.
Can you smell that, everyone? Smell that. Is it barbecue?
They smell nice. They
Bacony?
smell like barbecue,
Smoky bacon
like
rashers.
ruffles.
All right, let's all have a nice loud crunch into the mic.
Oh, I couldn't tell what it sounded like. sorry.
Oh, I tell you what,
They're quite nice.
Oh, that's quite nice.
that was not a bad bar snap.
Not at all.
This is a good idea.
This is brilliant.
The sound man's not against us all of a sudden.
Yeah. If you don't want to listen to us eat food ASMR style for the next
Scroll
5
through,
minutes,
10 minutes.
please skip forward 5 minutes and we will return with our usual captions. All right, bravo, Dan. They weren't a bad bar snack.
They're really
very
Moorish
welcome.
and it's fucking me off.
What were they called?
Dzień dobry.
Polinsky or something like that.
Shout out Polinsky. You've made a banging bar snack there.
Okay, this wasn't a good idea, guys. We've killed a cast
Been
member.
poisoned. They do take a lot of... They absorb all the saliva.
Yeah, you've got to keep chewing them, don't you?
It's like...
The first one, it got stuck halfway down my throat. I'm like, oh, I'm going to have to drink.
I feel like I'm going to just have to drink twice the amount of beer, which
I'm
probably makes sense in Poland.
I'm gonna have.
Maybe that's
They do
why,
good beer.
That's why they drink so much. It's the crisps. They just...
Oh, we've just got a... Is
That
it,
was a cheeky
oh,
little
yeah,
Irish today
we've just
as
got
well.
an Irish
Speaking
today
to
years
that-
old from behind the
speaking to
camera.
that, this is. Can we move this bowl, by the way? Just
We'll keep eating them.
I keep grabbing it.
Just so you're aware, what was said from behind the camera there was because salty peanuts dry your mouth out, that's why pubs serve them.
So speaking to the dry mouth out, if you go to Las Vegas and you go in the casinos, they come around with free drinks all the time. Actually, I think they do it in some of the casinos in town. Gentins do it. They come around offer you free drinks.
Should we go after this?
And it's no.
Should we go after
The
this?
last, the last time I went to Gentins, I went in with 50 quid and I walked out about 20 minutes later without 50 quid.
What did you lose it?
Yeah.
Where did you lose it?
Didn't even
In
get
the
himself to the
casino.
roulette table.
Oh, did you
just dropped it on
Did
the
you
way
not try
in.
and find it?
You are?
Did you not try and find it?
Well, I tried, but then I was dragged out by security because they were saying, you lost it fair and square, you bet it. And I was like, no, it's mine. So they come around with free drinks and offer you free drinks because obviously the more intoxicated you are, the
more
more,
you're gonna bet.
likely you are to stay in there for longer, spend more money.
So, Dan, I am intrigued. Please bring us on to the next snack.
So they are...
Bad bar snack.
Yeah, I think anyone in the UK at some point will have seen these in its English form with a different name.
Yep.
Tend to have chocolate on the end.
Mikado.
Yeah.
Yeah.
These are not
It's
Mikado.
a wafer stick dipped in some sort of sauce.
Green tea.
Matcha green tea flavoured.
Okay.
Now, I can't say I'm a fan of matcha
I'm going to
green tea.
presume, I mean, I don't like everything that a supermarket sells, but if Sainsbury's have said, yep, no worries, we're going to add this to our world food section, they may be all right.
Time will tell.
Okay. Now, once again, I think we should take a moment to appreciate.
I'm not going to lie, I'm not
and
putting time
tingle.
on that.
They've all melted slightly. They're all stuck together. Ooh, there we go. I've got one. That's not a whole one.
Now,
I'm happy with half.
Oh, why?
I want to put a rule out there as well, by the way, that whatever bad bar snack people bring,
Oh, it smells
we
nice.
have to try.
Yes, we will. So,
I can't wait to
looks
bring
wise,
shit on a
it's a
stick.
green Mikado. It's a stick of pretzel with it looks like green icing on it. Oh, it's.
Wait, is Mikado pretzel?
I think it's a pretzel stick. Yeah, it smells like
Smells
Play-Doh.
weird, doesn't it? Yeah.
Look at Dan.
Doesn't.
Dan, why is yours bigger than ours? What's going on here?
Compensating.
Oh,
It doesn't smell good, guys. I'm going to
yeah,
be
it's like
honest.
Play-Doh. Okay, come on, let's have a. It's not bad,
It's very
It doesn't
plain.
really have a taste.
Yeah, it's really plain.
but it's not.
Give me another.
It's like a stick of pretzel with a hint of Play-Doh.
It tastes like if you touch one of the car air fresheners and then use the same hand to eat food. It's got that
Yeah, or
aftertaste.
you've just hand sanitized your hands on the way out of
Yeah.
Mackey's, and whilst you're eating your burger, you're getting a bit of hint of.
It tastes
yeah.
something. It tastes something I can't place.
I want another one though. What have you put in these? Is it like there's some drugs in it that just make us want more?
Actually, oh no, you don't want another one.
The aftertaste.
Take a sip of your drink.
Oh, here he is.
It's
another one.
It's once you have a drink
Oh no!
and it flushes it down your throat. That no.
All right,
No.
Pocky. Are they Japanese?
I don't know. It might be on the back.
Yeah. Shout out to the Polish. Screw the Japanese. This is awful. Sod off. Nice. So
Open the window.
Let's swill our mouths out and move swiftly on.
I'm not getting an aftertaste from drinking that, you know.
Yeah, well,
I very much enjoyed that section. Thanks for bringing it along.
you're very welcome.
Did
I
you,
look
Joe?
forward to what's here next week as well.
I enjoyed the Polish
look-
food, but I quite like the Polish.
I look forward
There's
to
very,
I look
very
forward to Joe
beautiful
editing
women.
the sound
Yeah.
of that. Of us
Oh,
crunching.
it'll be easy. I'll just mute everything and whack the signal generator right up.
Now, let's move it on to our next segment and possibly our final segment of the week, but we will see. And it is the usual, is it just me that wonders?
We're on fire.
My first question is Stevie Wonder actually blind?
Have you
wondered this.
have you seen the videos of him like?
Well, let me divulge, okay?
Yeah.
Now, Shaquille O'Neal, Shaq, as we know him,
Yeah.
has a story. He lived in the same apartment block with him for many years. And there was a number of occasions where Shaq was stood in the lift of this building, got elevator, and he was going up and down the apartment block. Stevie Wonder walks in and goes, "Hey, Shaq." And he just knew it was him. Now, whether that was by scent or the creaking of the lift because it had so much weight of
Or the
Shaq
fact
in
that
it.
as soon as Stevie Wonder got in, it went down every floor.
But I don't.
They do
but-
say your senses are heightened. However, there's numerous stories out there about Stevie
What's
Wonder.
up, Shaq? There's another one. A theory where he was performing on stage with Paul McCartney. Now, Paul McCartney, a member of the Beatles, is quite a showman. He's running up and down the stage with his guitar, and as he runs up, he accidentally brushes against a mic stand and it knocks it over.
Oh, and he
Stevie
catches
Wonder
it.
just reaches out and catches it.
Yeah.
It wasn't like, I heard something falling, let's fumble for it. He grabbed it.
Yeah.
Like, come on. And then there's a final one where there is a picture.
If I recall, super quick, sorry, I don't think he actually grabs it. He gets his arm out, and then it sort of rolls down the bottom half of his hand into his hand.
You can't see it. I watched the video today. You can't, whether there's a video from another angle, you
Yeah.
can't see that. All you see is him catch it and one of his backing singers react, kind of like, oh, let's try and make it look like I'm helping him because he's not actually blind.
What we don't realise is Stevie Wonder was actually raised by dolphins and spends his entire life just going.
It's so nice, panned
Yeah.
everything out. That's how he sings his songs. No, but the last one, and it's absolutely
I actually really
hilarious.
liked that cover of his songs there. It's good, that.
Thank you.
That was his entire
that was-
discography.
That was Sir Duke.
Yeah, it was dead good.
And my favourite one, though, is it's a picture, and you'll have to Google it yourselves. It's a picture of Stevie Wonder, who is in a Madame Tussauds, and he's by the wax figurine of Michael Jackson with his latest Canon camera, and he's taking a picture of Michael Jackson's wax figure with the camera to his eye. Now, why else would you do that unless you could see through your eyes?
Exactly.
Is he?
Is he completely blind?
I was
or
about
can
to
he
say
just
that.
see
Is he
shape?
totally blind?
I believe
How
he's
out?
blind.
Yeah, but how
because-
out of focus would an out of focus picture look
Because
to Stevie
they're-
Wonder at that point?
They are. You just leave. You just leave.
See that?
Auto,
It's just a block.
You leave autofocus on, don't you? But,
Oh, yeah.
But very, very few blind people are 100% cannot see a thing blind. I think you've got to not have eyes for that.
Okay.
And even then, you still have like light impulses. I believe. Obviously, I'm not
Different
blind. couldn't
levels
say.
of blindness.
Yeah. So it's whether he's completely blind or whether he's legally blind.
I'm legally blind.
Yep. So maybe it's that.
I actually have got a
He can't have scammed an industry for that long.
I mean, he's done well off it. If he
Yeah.
has. Yeah,
As long as he
I don't
has.
think he could have,
Unless he dies and like
unless there is his entire empire is supporting him in every.
I was
step.
going to say there is a lot of people that need to be involved in that.
Yeah.
this is like the whole thing of like when people go on about the moon landings being faked. the sheer amount of people that would have to keep their
They might
mouths
as well
shut.
have just put someone on the moon.
It would, it'd be impossible to keep those people.
technicalities.
Yeah,
mouths
and
shut.
Neil
That was
Armstrong and Buzz Aldrin wouldn't have found themselves alive for very long after
That
it.
was a nice little nod to space. Thank you very much for that. And I would just like to very swiftly and quickly,
Bless up.
thanks, Nod.
Who's Nod?
Just keep on the sign of blind and deaf. People with these kind of sense disabilities, ailments. I do have this thought of how does someone using sign language tell people that they can't move their arms? If something medically goes wrong with them and they suddenly can't move their arms, how do they communicate that? Is there a sign? Do they just kind of shoulder their arms around? I don't know.
Conor McGregor over it.
Yeah, walking around.
I
swagger.
am under the impression that they will have some sort of thing on their phone or a card in their wallet or on their person, which explains that they are deaf.
But if you
and
can't
communicate
move
with
your
sign language.
arms,
No,
you
so
can't
what
grab
Tom's
your
saying
phone,
is
wallet,
someone
or
that's
purse.
mute and deaf that
Suddenly-
relies on talking with their
suddenly
hands.
has something medical go wrong with them. They can't move their arms. They've lost use of their
What
arms.
do they do? Just keep glancing down at the wallet like...
What's wrong? You're right, mate.
And the person opening, I'm not going to nick anything.
Yeah.
It's fine. I'm not going for your wallet.
Like, honestly.
That's a really good
What
question.
do they do?
I was just about to say that they tell them, but
They can't.
they're mute.
I genuinely don't know.
So we've just had some Googling from behind the camera. A phone has been placed in Joe's hand with the answer.
Whose phone is that? Where did you get it from? What's going on? Oh, it came from the heavens.
And he zoomed it right bloody in his eyes. It's terrible.
God's got bad eyesight.
Yeah.
It's got long arm syndrome.
Maybe Stevie Wonder was reading it. So it says here he was born 6 weeks premature, which, along with the oxygen-rich atmosphere in the hospital incubator, resulted in, I think it's
Would you like me to read this one for you as well?
retinopathy.
Let me read this for you.
No, retinopathy. It's got to be that.
Retinopathy.
Yo, if
Yeah,
you're
it's that.
medical TikTok, tell me I'm correct. Don't correct me because I know I'm correct, so just tell me I'm correct. Of prematurity, a condition in which the growth of the eyes is aborted, causes the retinas to detach. So he became blind. So he is completely blind then. He's not.
So he has
legally
eyes,
blind.
but they're not attached
Yeah.
at all. Bloody hell.
That'd be
What,
well.
they're just dangling down his face.
Here's my party
That's why,
trick, guys.
that's why he wears the glasses to hold them in.
He hasn't got eyes at all.
To hold him in. He's not Cyclops. hey guys, want to see my?
Want to see a party trick? Here's a question for you. Which of the 5 senses would you prefer to lose?
What
if
are
you
they?
had to
What are
lose
they
one.
again?
West.
So you've
Taste,
got taste,
feel,
smell, sight, and hearing.
Okay, and which of the 5 senses would you want to lose? I wouldn't want to lose sight. There's, too many things I want
smell.
to see. But
So
when
that
you
was one of
lose
them.
your sense of smell, you lose your sense of taste.
This is the thing. People don't realise how much
they're linked.
smell comes into it. And actually, a lot of your memories are based around
They are.
smells.
The amount of times I have smelt something and it's triggered a childhood memory that I had completely forgotten
Your brain
about.
relies on smells for memories.
My initial thought was touch.
I was
That's what I thought
But
as
then, okay, you've
But
got
you lost touch a long time ago, mate.
you've got the depth perception of your eyes. Okay, I know I'm touching that, but there's nothing telling my hand that I'm touching the table.
Tom, your hand's touching the table.
Thank you very much. No, that helps. So now I just need a Joe. I need a guide Joe.
touch is the only sense that can be replaced in terms of like if you lose an arm, you can replace an arm.
But no,
Yeah, but you
touch-
don't get the
hold on.
senses back.
You're losing all
Yeah.
your touch. And then think of some of the things that happen in life that rely on touch.
I mean,
Name them.
standing up to wipe your ass.
Yep, standing up to white ass.
How are you
Well,
gonna know
no,
that? Yeah,
they
You
don't-
think you're finished?
no,
You've
no,
actually
no.
just been
No, no,
waving
no.
your hand in the air
Standing
for 5
up-
minutes.
Just nearly killed him.
Just wafting it around. It's not. Oh, it's clean. It's clean, perfect. You
go
wouldn't
on.
know you're itchy though.
No, exactly.
Because you wouldn't have touch.
Exactly.
But you'd smell it.
Yes,
You'd
you
still
would.
smell it. I've got a mirror at the back of my toilet, so I'd be all right.
Yeah, like trying to do it backwards.
Yeah, figuring out which way's left and right.
I'd like to just make a point, by the way. You would not rely on touch to stand up to wipe your ass, but you are touched in the head if you stand up to wipe your ass.
Well, as we have found out on all of our social medias, there are many others that join me on the venture.
And those many
of
other
standing
people
up to wipe their ass. And cheers to you. Thank you. I appreciate you.
And
They also
I know
comment on
you.
TikTok videos.
they are all,
so it gives
they
us
are
a
all
level.
touched in the head as well.
I've had a number of messages. Everyone agrees.
I'm sure you have. It's from the psychiatric ward. Thomas,
You
where
drew
are
back.
you?
Yeah, you need to come back.
We said day release. That was 11 weeks ago.
Well, I think that is a thoroughly good place to leave it as right on time. That was the last orders bell. Thank you very much, barman. I still don't like you. Cheers, boys. Thank you very much for listening on episode 11.
And I'm Joseph Benham, reader and understander of the Polish language.
Wow, very nice. Thanks very much for listening. Check us
See you
out
next
on
week, guys.
all
Bye-bye.
platforms. Civvy.